Downtown LJ at our studio for Have Fun Teaching, and we've been in the education space for over 20 years now, helping teachers and just providing resources like worksheets, activities, songs, videos, workbooks, all those kinds of things for teachers, homeschoolers, and parents.
One of the things I was thinking about earlier as we were kind of getting ready for this was many people may not even know how Have Fun Teaching even started. You want to? Yeah,
so I started teaching back in 2005 down in Florida. I graduated with an elementary education degree from Florida Gulf Coast University. And after teaching for 4 years, I taught second grade, third grade, fifth grade. I've had experience, doing different things in preschool through fifth grade. But after teaching for 4 years, I kind of realized the need for high quality resources. It's just hard to find, and it's just, when you're in your classroom, the administration may not support you. The parents may not be on your side helping you at home. And so as a teacher in the classroom or as a homeschooler, you need those resources easily available, and you need to be able to save time because there are so many things to do.
I remember when you went into your classroom, you used to take your guitar in.
Yep.
You used to take in, remember that little micro recorder that you had? It had like 4 tracks on it. Yeah. And you would go in there and you'd write songs with your kids, and you'd record your kids, which is, some of those songs are still out on the...
the first one was the Respect song.
Yeah, the Character Education album, which is a great album. If you don't have it, you should get it.
So back then, right when YouTube was starting back in 2008 is when we first started uploading some of those alphabet songs to YouTube, and it just blew up.
It did,
and after just a few years, our YouTube channel got, over 1 billion views. And so it's just been crazy. It's been blowing up. And the videos and songs are just one aspect of what Have Fun Teaching offers. We do a lot of printable worksheets, activity centers, games, flashcards, assessments, reading comprehension, all those kinds of things.
The last time I just looked, just a few days ago, actually, we just passed 1.3 million subscribers on our YouTube channel alone.
It's amazing.
I mean, you think about like the longevity of our company with the success of our teachers. Really, it's really the success from our teachers.
And it's
those
amazing.
That support us, those that continue to use our resources. I mean, we're family owned, so we don't have more staff. This is it. It's Mark and Josh and our 2 wives. That's it. That's the staff.
Yeah. So after teaching for 4 years in the public school, Have Fun Teaching had grown enough where I was able to step away from the classroom and work on Have Fun Teaching full time. Josh came in, his wife Katrina and my wife Jessie, and our kids all kind of came in together and said, let's do this. Let's create an experience for teachers and parents that can just be so much fun and so engaging and just uplifting to everybody, that learning can actually be a fun experience and teaching can actually be fun again.
So like just a quick recap, I mean, 20 years experience, you were in the classroom, you were recording songs, you were doing things that even before YouTube even kind of was kicking off, actually. So there's longevity, it's a family-owned company. I mean, the best thing about, I think, what we do is when we hear testimonies from all of the teachers or even parents with, high on the spectrum autistic kids, even, like the things that our parents are learning from using our content to how to like educate their children. I think of like Miles, which is he's from UK, who can't wait for us to release the song. I mean, we've seen a video of him like waiting and counting down, waiting for the new song to be released, and he's high on the spectrum. And so like our resources spanned the whole spectrum between teaching in the classroom to parents using it in their home.
Yeah, and we go from pretty much birth, preschool,
Yeah.
all the way up to 5th grade. And we have resources that can help with any subject, any skill that you're teaching. We've spent years developing our website to make it a place where it's easy to use. We have a filter and a search that you can, if you need something for fractions, you type in fractions, boom, it's right there. You have worksheets, activities, songs, videos, everything. It's just all in one place, really convenient. It's going to save you time. It's going to give you one less thing to worry about.
That's kind of the biggest thing that we're kind of hearing a lot is, like, even in the busyness of today, time is so important.
Yeah, you got
and
meetings.
Sometimes time, and time is more important than sometimes even money. Like, I would rather pay for a resource than try to sit there and create one myself to use. I mean,
and we know you're busy. You got meetings in the morning. You have to prepare your lesson plans. When you go home at night after work, you got dinner. Guess what? Most of you teachers are grading papers. You're thinking about maybe some discipline problems you had that day. You don't have time to be preparing lesson plans and preparing worksheets and figuring out what type of curriculum you want to use for the next day.
Like, one of our coolest things that we've just released was the Google Classroom resources, where we've actually taken a lot of the resources, we've put it into a digital format. You can upload it into Google Classroom, or you can just download it and use it, but it actually will give you, it'll actually grade the whole resource for the teaching itself. So you don't even have to do anything.
It's like an online reading comprehension test.
That's in our Google Classroom resources.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's part of the membership even.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you guys know that we had to create a membership because we were getting so much resources out there that it was just getting kind of convoluted to you purchasing an individual resource. So, I mean, we have a very inexpensive membership that you can use. You can get unlimited resources. You can download as much as you want. You have access to the entire catalog. I mean, to me, that seems like that would save time. That would make it less worrying of I got to create the resource. I've got to create the worksheet. So
let's say you go into the classroom and you need to teach a lesson about phonics. Maybe let's say you're doing the letter B that day. We have a letter B music video that teaches the sound, how to write it in the air with your finger. It teaches vocabulary words, and it's very repetitive and it's very engaging. It gets the kids up, moving around. We have brain break activities, songs. But
the songs are even really relevant. I mean, musically, they're not kind of fairy tale, old school kind of.
There's so many YouTube videos that you search YouTube for educational stuff, and sometimes you see this cheesy video that a lot of parents and teachers might use to babysit their kids, but our community, we love you. You're way above that. You want something that's educational, purposeful, and engaging, and all of our videos do that.
And all of our stuff is actually made right here in America. It's made by teachers. It's made for teachers. It's made for homeschoolers. It's made for parents. I mean, these resources we're not offshoring these to a foreign place.
Yeah, so when we're teaching English and phonics, we're actually using the appropriate phonics sounds. We're using the appropriate English standards. If you're teaching in a public school, you might have standards that you have to teach. We have resources for every single standard.
In our Common Core, I mean, I know this is a raw subject, but I mean, the reality is states are using this. So we created one of the first editions of Common Core material way before any other company produced it. And we produced it by teachers who were in a classroom who helped us, accumulate all these resources, and we put it together, and now it's available for you as well. Some teachers don't even know maybe we have that resource, but that's available to you. That's part of the membership. You can download those standards. You don't have to buy books. You don't have to even go to your school and get permission to get some of those purchased. You can actually just, with our membership, they're available for you. All of it. It's all in there. And I think that's the thing that is most important about Have Fun Teaching is the span of resources. I mean, Mark, the resources that we have worksheets, we have activity centers, there's lesson plans, there's some graphics, there's some common core stuff, there's songs, there's videos, there's just a plethora of resources that
and sometimes
help fill in the gaps, I think.
There's other online resources I'm sure you're familiar with, like TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers. We're on Teachers Pay Teachers. We love that site.
We are, yeah.
However, sometimes with things like that, there are so many things that you're trying to find. Maybe let's say a adjectives worksheet, just something to pre-assess your kids and to figure out their background knowledge on adjectives. So you search maybe Teachers Pay Teachers or some site like that, and you see thousands of things, and you're like, I don't even know what's good. Well, with Have Fun Teaching, we hand pick, and we are in our office, our studio here, creating these worksheets with educational experience as teachers, creating these resources with specifically the kid in mind and the teacher in mind. And so you can trust that everything that you search for in Have Fun Teaching is going to be useful, and it's going to save you time, and it's going to be effective, and your kids are going to be successful.
I love the idea that Have Fun Teaching kind of fills in the niche of you having to search anywhere else for any other kind
it's like
of
a
content. It's a one-stop shop place that's extremely affordable. It's all the resources that you would need to be a very successful teacher or parent or homeschool. I mean, homeschooling is growing now. There's since things have happened in our culture, homeschool market has really grown. And so sometimes I know, like for myself, my wife and I, when we were thinking about homeschooling our child, it was like, we're not teachers.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Where do we start?
Where do we start?
Yeah.
I mean,
and every kid is unique too.
Yeah.
Like you talk about differentiated instruction. Well, just because your kid may be in first grade, they may be doing math at a third grade level. So the great thing about Have Fun Teaching is you take your kids, whether it's your child or your students in your classroom, and you get them exactly where they are, and you get the exact resources that you need for their success. And that's the great thing about Have Fun Teaching is we offer resource for all different levels of learning.
So our office, again, is located right here in Ellijay, Georgia, which is in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a small mountain town community. We love our community. This is where our ice cream shop is. Our wives actually have a little retail store just down a few doors from Abby's. And so, we love being part of a family and a community, and we're wanting to invite you to be part of our family and our community as well through Have Fun Teaching. I think it's really, really important that there is a place where you can go, where you feel supported, you feel appreciated, and you feel loved. I mean, honestly, you're teaching. You all are teaching our children for the next generation. That's huge in my book.
Huge.
And so we want to just support you. We wanted to say thank you for being part of our community. If you're not part of it and you want to be, it's really simple. Just go to the website, and there's lots of ways you can get involved. And we thank you so much.
Yep.